All right, time for the semester summative review. I'm just going to quickly go over the first 3 units, kind of things that you should be targeting yourself, and then we'll go a little bit more in depth in Unit 4. All right. First of all, and like I said, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on the first 3 because they're all review questions. We just picked out some questions from each unit and put it on the semester summative. First, Unit 1. Causes of the Civil War. There are... Know what caused the Civil War. Remember, regional differences. Regional differences and slavery and states' rights. Second, no Emancipation Proclamation. And know that it freed the South, Southern slaves. All right, know that. Know the effects of the fugitive slave law. I'm sorry, Slave Act. All right, know what popular sovereignty is and how related to slavery. Know the Missouri Compromise. All right. Know Freeman's Bureau. All right. Next page. Know about sharecropping. All right. Know what a carpetbagger is. Know about the KKK. I need to move this up a little bit. And finally, who shot Lincoln? And if I remember right, you all got 100. There was not one person who got that wrong, which I was extremely excited and happy for. I almost did a little jig. If you can get that, and you guys seen Mr. Kraft dance, so you know all about that. That's Unit 1. Unit 2. As soon as I get the piece of paper out. Unit 2. And this has 11 questions in it. Know Thomas Edison and the light bulb. Know why time zones were created. Know what big idea behind Gospel of Wealth. All right? Rockefeller. I can't write. Rockefeller. And no, he did oil. Carnegie. He did steel. Vanderbilt. Shipping and railroads. And Morgan did banking. All right. Know that a vertical integration owns all businesses. Owns all phases of production. Know the Sherman Antitrust Act. And I'll move that up. No mop equals no monopolies. Okay? Realize that westward expansion and Manifest Destiny moved Native Americans. No robber barons versus captains of industry. Oh, I need to turn the page. I apologize. And that, my friends, is Unit 2. Unit 3. That's the one we just finished before World War I. All right? Remember, this is Unit 3. Muckrakers. Journalists who uncover bad stuff. All right, I'm just going to give you these terms. You need to look them up and know them. You didn't do so hot last time on this, but you need to remember it. Margaret Sanger. Temperance movement. Progressivism. Melting pot. Ida Tarbell. Jane Addams. And Susan B. Anthony. Need to know those people, okay? That's 9 questions right there. Okay? 19th Amendment. Federal Reserve Act. Henry Ford. Progressivism. A big impact was government intervention on behalf of the intervention in the economy. I'm trying to get through this so we don't have like 1,000 minute video. Great White Fleet. And yellow journalism. And it's associated with the Spanish-American War. All right. So that is the first half of the test. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that. I just want to let you know that's what you should be focusing on. All right, World War I. Let's start that question. Let's start Unit 4 with World War I. Okay. World War I. All right, we're in Unit 4 now. This is about 48 questions long. Actually, it's about 47, 48 questions long. World War I starts because of Archduke Ferdinand getting shot. Assassination. Remember the conditions that lead to World War I. Our main Remember, militarism, alliances, industrialization, imperialism, and extreme nationalism. Okay, you need to know countries, Central Power countries versus allies. Remember what it was? The German Turkey's Hungary. Remember that? The German Turkey is Hungary. Okay? That's how you remember it. The rest are all allies. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 questions. Alright? Know about trench warfare. Realize airplanes were new and least effective. Alright? And know that Lusitania was sunk, and it was kind of an ugly deal because it was a passenger ship. And you can't see it. The Lusitania was a passenger ship. That's kind of was the ugly part because there were citizens on board that had nothing to do with military. You know, wars are fought between armies, not citizens. All right? Know the Zimmerman Note led us into war. All right? Know that know about close quarters of soldiers led to the flu. Okay? Wilson. Peace without victory. No punishment. No punishment for the losers. Alright? Peace without victory. Remember when we talked about that, okay? Alright. Next one. Wilson refused to join U.S. Senate. Refused to join the League of Nations. And it made this ineffective. All right? Because the U.S. was a major player, no one really cared. All right, you're going to have to know which one goes where. 14 points or Treaty of Versailles. And know that this blamed Germany. The Treaty of Versailles blamed Germany. 14 points, one nations to have self-determination. Made Germany pay was Treaty of Versailles. Reparations. You caused the war, you get to pay for it. Dismantle Germany's armed forces. I'm not going to... And then, finally, peace without victory. Okay? Now, what group believed the language of the irreconcilables did not want? Felt that the language of Article 10 interfered with the Constitution. And you can't see any of it, and I apologize. The irreconcilable felt that the language of Article 10 interfered with the Constitution. Alright? Okay. Now we've got about 24 questions left. And I will go to that, and it will be 1920s. Okay, Red Scare. Remember, we talked about communism. And it's the revolution in Russia. Great Migration is southern blacks moving north. All right. There was race riots in 1919. And because white neighborhoods felt invaded. Alright? Women's efforts and sacrifice during World War I. Women's efforts, World War I, led to universal suffrage. Suffrage refers to the right of vote. Better red than dead. What does red always refer to? I don't know, Mr. Kraft. Better red than dead refers to fear of communism. Anytime you see red from this point forward, it's not about the Chiefs. It's all about the communism. All right, which return to normalcy. Remember that we talked about that a couple times, and that's that would Americans return to life pre-World War I. Palmer raids. Targeted immigrants. Alright, and Kellogg-Briand Pact outlawed war. Okay? Alright, we have about 16 questions left. Sixteen questions left. Okay? Speakeasy. Place to buy alcohol. Okay? Speakeasy is a place to buy alcohol. John Scopes. Evolution. Scopes trial. Evolution. Babe Ruth. Lou Gehrig. Murderers Row. Okay? Radio spread with new with number of stations and a variety of stations too. Okay, remember silent films are replaced by talkies. Okay, prohibition. A lot of money spent to say it. A lot of money spent to stop it. You can't see it. A lot of money spent to stop it. Alcohol consumption went up. And most Americans wanted to change it. Most Americans did not like it. Okay? We also have, after World War 1920s literary figures called themselves the Lost Generation. Alright, Lost Generation. We're about 10 more left, and it's all going to be matching, and I'm just going to give you the terms. And, alright, and you're going to have to look them up a little bit. George Gershwin. Did Rhapsody in Blue. We have Charlie Chaplin, a silent film star. KKK we know about. Charleston was a dance. Limburg. Pilot. Bruno Richard Hauptmann. Lindbergh's Baby. I can't write. I'm sorry, my hands are just wore out. Langston Hughes. Black Poet. Louis Armstrong. Trumpet player. Flappers. The Girls of the Age. And Marcus Garvey. And he advocated for the Back to Africa movement. All right, that is your test. Oh, don't stop. You get 5 points extra credit to your review guide if you write down this. Al Capone is a bootlegger at the top of this paper, and you'll get 5 points extra credit to your review guide. All right, thank you.